This is Saxophone 101 for merengue music from the Dominican Republic. The reason why I'm making this video is because I have some friends from different places in the world asking me, what is it that we do to play merengue music? Today I'm going to talk about some tricks that we use to play our music. Today I want to talk about some tricks that we do playing merengue music here in the Dominican Republic. My teacher, Crispin Fernandez, he told me that he moved the tongue down here in the reed. I do something a little different than that, because what I do is the air go into the mouthpiece and it doesn't stop, constantly going into the mouthpiece. And the interruption of the sound, I make it with my tongue going up and down through the edge of the reed. That's what I do. And the way you can practice this is to learn to move the tongue in front of the reed up and leave it there and keep playing the note you're playing. Like the note doesn't stop, the air doesn't stop. What it makes the tongue in to sound is the tongue going right at the edge of the reed, like that, up and then down. That's exactly what I do, and I can right now give you an example of that. That's a little bit faster. So once you control the tongue going up and down, you can play all kind of things the same way. For example, if I play unscale going up and down, I can do the same thing, and this is the way it's going to sound. In merengue music, we have three articulations that are the one that we use playing all the time. For example, I can show you this one here. It's too tight, and then the tonguing is going on between these two notes, and then three tight and one loose, and then one loose, two tight, and another one loose. These are the most commonly used in merengue music. And I want to give you an example. For example, this one, we can practice scale playing that one, and this is how it's going to sound with the same technique. The air is constantly going into the mouthpiece in these two notes, and then this is where the tongue comes in, like going up and down in the mouthpiece, like I explained before already. I can give you one example of this one. To practice scale with that can be it's the same principle, same thing. I'm doing the same. Also for the second one, that I have three tight notes, and then the last one is loose in the group of four. It's gonna sound like that. That's what we do to play these three articulations here. And then the last one, which is one loose, two tight in the middle, and then one loose at the end. This is how it's going to sound. And that's the way we play all the things we play, jaleos, into the merengue music. This is the most common thing to practice to be able to play merengue for anyone. Merengue music doesn't have any complex harmony. It's a simple harmony. But the difficulty anyone can have in merengue music, it's playing in a really upbeat. The tambora instrument and guira and they are playing really fast. So that's one of the difficulties that anyone can have. That's why we practice this way, um, and that's what we need to constantly work on, like putting all these articulations and what we do into the reading section that is speeding like really upbeat. Merengue music doesn't have a complex harmony. It's a simple harmony, but as I said before, there is an upbeat going on, and we have to play everything into that. That's one of the difficulties anyone can have, like playing in a really speeding rhythm section, especially the musicians from the north of the Dominican Republic, our traditional group, saxophone, tambora, guira, accordion, they play in a really fast beat, and that's why we need to practice all the articulations and all we play to to play it faster as we can, and we're going to be able to play merengue music. For example, I believe that classical music can be like closer to merengue from the Dominican Republic than jazz. I can say that. So that's why we play these articulations, that once you know this technique that I'm talking about, you can be able to play any style you want the same way. But I believe classical music is closer to merengue music. So for example, I can play this classical exercise and put into the different articulations that I talked about before. For example, this one. That's the first articulation I spoke about before. And for example, the second one, I can play the same thing with the second articulation. It does just a way of practicing what we need to do to be able to play merengue. This is the second articulation. I'm going to play it for you, but a little faster. Okay, this is going to be the third articulation I explained before, and I try to play a little faster according to what the tambora and the rhythm section in merengue is going to play to you. Because the tambora are always sounding like tagulugudum tikita tikita tikitagulugudum tikita tikita tikitagulugudum. It's a high speed rhythm section, so that's why we need to practice those articulations in order to be able to play at the tempo that the rhythm section is going to play to us. And this is the third articulation. This is the saxophone 101 for merengue music, and I want to thank you all for being here. I see you in the next time I make another lesson soon. So this is all about merengue music from the Dominican Republic. As I said before, I have many friends asking me to explain all these things in English because I made a Spanish video before. And I have friends asking me to do this. So I want to thank you all again. And these are the tricks we do for merengue music. And thank you very much for being there. And I make another lesson for you. Thank you very much.